This flash storm happened in Beijing, and then this footage emerged online. I'll show you here.
A lot of it. We got tons.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you're familiar with the Pants building.
Yeah,
It's the CCTV building.
Yeah, we've been there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We've been there.
It's kind of weird that we've been to the CCTV building and now we criticize CCTV.
Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah.
It's just interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. So, as you can see, they kind of got little buckets with them and stuff. Okay. And now, according to the people that were posting this online, these were window washers that were blown off of the building because of the storm. Yeah.
Just picture, I think we need context to see how high up they are.
Yeah, because look, they got the little cleaning
Yeah,
buckets.
I mean, to me, that's what it is. There is some debate. Look at this.
Yeah, it's absolutely terrifying. Of course, people came out and said, "Oh no, it's the PLA doing a military exercise." But riddle me this: why would you be doing that in like that kind of nasty? Well, they didn't know the weather would be nasty, but why would you be doing that at CCTV?
It makes hella good footage.
I suppose. Yeah. Either way, it's dumb.
I mean, it is a media building. CCTV is state media.
True.
You can see both sides.
Yeah, it could be both sides. So.
That's terrifying.
The people filming it said that they were window washers, and then people online are like, no, it's a military exercise. Either way, it's dumb, and it's stupidly executed. You shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not dumb that they got blown off.
No, of course not, and it is just terrifying.
Look at the lone dude. He's like the original man.
Yeah.
That's so scary.
That's super scary. The reason why I'm more inclined to believe they're window washers is because I've seen a lot of window washers in China.
Yes, we both have. Yeah.
And all buildings have, window washers, and they come down, especially these
super
government
haphazard.
buildings. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the government buildings like this one, they have to stay clean. And with the bad air quality in Beijing, they get dirty very quick. So they're very common to see them on the buildings.
Spot of whiff-waff, old chap.
Oh, what's going on? I think you overlapped something here.
What the heck?
Yeah, I think you overlapped something in the media pack. I'll just mute that.
Oh, yeah, there's an extra. It's just there. It's there and then the next clip.
Okay.
It'll be relevant soon, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah. So anyway, this is the footage that's been coming out. Now, we thought we'd show you some real window washers. Now, as you can see, those guys all had buckets, and this is, again...
Whip.
Yeah, whiff-waff.
You'll
You'll find out about whiff-waff in a little bit. But the reason why I'm more or less convinced those were window washers that were blown off is because, look, here's a window washer, and he also has a bucket, just like those
What do you guys think? Chat. What do you guys think? You think
unless you think it's a PLA tactical bucket.
It could be.
Yeah, because their equipment is so bad that they can't have like a webbing or something, that they have to have a freaking pail. What is this? There's a hole in my bucket,
Dear Liza.
Yeah, exactly. Dear Xi Jinping, there's a hole in my bucket. Give me some proper equipment.
But no, they just get blown off.
Yeah, it's like, I'm being blown off a building by a freak storm with a freaking bucket of cleaning materials.
Why are you talking to me like I'm posing the thing? It's PLA. I think it's window washers too.
It's absolutely window washers.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I was putting out there that there are people are positing this.
There's this phenomenon whenever China's caught out, like there's something crazy, like a clip going around showing how bad things are organized in China.
Yes.
Because this is a bad organization. If you know there's a big storm coming, you don't let the window washers on the building, right?
No, absolutely correct.
So, whenever that looks like a bad decision has been made or a lack of planning, people come up with these fantasies because they want to say, no, China's got it switched on. They know what they're doing. No, that was just a military exercise. I wanted to test.
So you said riddle me this, riddle me that.
What?
Okay.
What?
Not to be devil's advocate here, but let's say I'm a Wumao, and I'm like, no, that's military exercises. Wouldn't that make China look way dumber? Is that their military got blown off a building and they're flipping around with pails?
Yeah, I mean, not in their mind. In their mind, they're probably like, no, the PLA needs to learn how to train under adverse circumstances.
And not on the side of a mountain or whatever.
Yeah, not in actual situations, but hanging from the pants building in the middle, which you wouldn't really need to. You know what I mean? In a storm with a bucket of cleaning materials.
You don't know what's in that bucket.
It's definitely like a sponge.
All I'm saying is that to me, that would make the PLA look dumb.
Yes, either way.
In the wind, like a kite.
Either way, yeah. So we thought we'd show you some window washers, how it works in China, because it's actually kind of scary.
It's mad scary.
Okay, so I'll maybe get us out of here quickly.
Sure, yeah. But look, I mean, these people are up, and they're on these normal ass
Yeah, you see,
ropes.
look, there they are with their buckets. Yeah. So Again, anyone who
Okay,
thinks it's PLA,
Let's drop the argument because we both agree it's window
it's just window washers. Okay, window washers being blown off because of a so-called freak storm. Because so-called freak storm because apparently China's weather service is so bad that they cannot predict that there'll be a storm.
It's not bad. It's bad on purpose. Just like they don't allow it to go over a certain temperature, like 38 degrees on the news, because then legally people don't have to go to work.
Yes.
So they always make it lower.
Yeah, that's true.
They say that the storm wasn't that bad. That 10,000 people die in a tunnel, and they'll say it was 6.
Yeah,
right.
That's
so
this is very true.
You know.
Yeah, because think about it. This is a dangerous job. You've got
Don't
people,
storm shame.
Yeah, you've got people going to dangle from like ropes from a massively high building to wash some windows, and you're like, "There's a massive."
I'm not a window washer.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
There's like a massive storm coming in. You're like, "Yeah, it's a good idea. Send them down anyway."
Yes.
Also, it's going to rain, so why are you window washing at that point anyway?
True.
But yeah, it's because of the lack of planning that people made up this PLA narrative. Okay, so here you got the window washers with their bucket. Okay, now take a look. We're looking at how they get fastened up here, and it was like, oh, get us out of here.
This is wild.
Yeah, it's not cool. These pins are just put into holes in the wall. Okay, they're not even like expanded or anything. They're just stuck in there, and I guess it's just mechanical retentions holding it in.
That's horrifying.
I wouldn't do that, dude.
Did you see that?
Yeah. It's like 3 little bolts in a tofu drake building. You better hope that cinder block or whatever, or that piece of concrete wall's safe.
So you think this is a window washer, but this is where you'd be wrong.
What is it, a window scraper?
This is a window scraper because of overspray on the building.
Yeah. I mean, I'd still call that window washing.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
This is overspray from painting the building.
Yeah, painting that pipe or something.
Yeah, the pipe, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's just... Yeah. Ever hear about masking things off before spraying it? No.
No, here's some more footage.
Now, you see, there they are busy washing the windows. Yeah. Look, those are totally freaking window washers.
This is why I put this later on purpose.
Yeah.
So we could have this debate. Because there were literally people
Yeah, people saying it's PLA. So remember, whenever there's eclipse, there'll always be some like huge psyop effort to try and explain it away. Trying to explain it away. What?
This like originally has been going around like a foible, right? But now it's being turned into propaganda. It's like, look how like hardworking the window washers are, which is fine, right? But it's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, you saw that. I mean, that is a different day.
Yeah, but it's the same thing, dude.
Right.
It's the same harnesses, the same buckets.
I agree. I'm just
PLA's
saying.
not got their tactical washing bucket.
They love their tactical washing bucket.
Yeah, they're like, oh, just send them into battle with a freaking pail of water and a sponge and a squeegee.
You better hope the enemy's dirty.
They run up to the American tank and they're like, can I wash your window for some change? Anyway, it's a great idea on a stormy day. There's the building, the Pants building.
Yeah.
That's it.
Ridiculous
Very famous
building. Kind of cool. Kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, but very famous building.
That one's ugly.
Yeah.
Behind it, that spaceship egg thing.
Yeah, it's not great. I wonder what foreigner designed it.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, that's something people don't seem to realize is that these big buildings in Beijing and Shanghai, etc., they're 99% designed by foreign architectural firms. So blame the foreigners for those ugly buildings, not the Chinese people.
That's true.
It's not their fault.
There's some very ugly buildings.
Yes. Super. Anyway, yeah, I guess we're showing just this whole windy season's caught a lot of people off guard, especially window washers.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we got here? This is just showing window washers again in their natural habitat.
Yes.
This is the
washing
Pearl...
windows. This is the Oriental Pearl Tower.
Yes.
In Shanghai. I just was kind of shocked. I don't know where the photo next to it went, by the way, but I was kind of shocked at the... You know, from a distance, you've seen this. You look up a skyline of Shanghai, like in Pudong.
Yeah.
You'll see this, but it's just so up close. It looks so bad.
You know why? Because there's a lack of maintenance.
Yeah.
Again, you know, like that is if like let's take a look at that. When you see it from afar, it looks fine.
Yeah, no, like from far away.
This is just literally weathering and corrosion, and that can easily be fixed.
Yeah.
Okay. All you need to do is a bit of Scotch-Brite and it's done. Okay. Obviously not that easy, but you know the thing is, it's super easy to maintain this kind of thing, but because it's people don't really see it, they don't care, and there's something you'll find a lot in in Chinese society is like 差不多也行, you know, which means it's just okay. You know what I mean? Good enough. Good enough is okay. Yeah. I mean, it kind of looks shoddy all around. Now, this I filmed myself, and and I just wanted to show you this idea of how people get up and down buildings. So in China, especially southern China, air conditioners are a must.
He's putting a lot of trust in that air conditioner.
Well, yeah, those brackets, because it's literally just he's sitting on top of those tiny little brackets. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, because that's, yeah. Anyway, so what's happening here, you can see the rope is slack, so he's putting his entire weight on there. He's got one safety rope attached to him, but, it's not actually safe. It's just tied around the waist of the guy that's standing up there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, so, and I've seen them do this because, they did it at my house and so on. And then I filmed this. I was walking down near where I lived. If you take a look, he's going to climb up in a minute, and you'll see the amount of trust they put on, like, very jank safety equipment.
That's so scary.
Yeah, you need these split unit air conditioners are amazing, though. They work very well.
They do.
Yeah, and they're all over southern China. So let's see. Does he even have a proper safety harness on? I mean,
wow.
Yeah, it looks like he does. He's got a harness.
He's got another rope dangling.
Yeah, that's how he's going to get up. Like 9 times out of 10, when they've come to do it in my apartment building and they climb out, they just tie it around their waist. They don't even have a harness.
Yeah.
Let's take a look how he gets up. All right, so he's got that. Now, I'd also like you to notice, the main safety rope that he's actually attached to. It's a rope tied to another rope. Look, it's not one continuous rope. If you look at the guy who's pulling it up now, it's white and then it becomes orange. So it's like a rope tied to a rope. And that's not the most safe thing. It's not one continuous rope. That's what was holding him up. But this is the kind of thing that you see often. When it comes to workplace safety and stuff, China's very lacking, you could say. You know what I mean? Also, you would think a window washer, you'd have like one of those kind of things that move up and down. What a gantry, what's that thing called? It's like a little...
Yeah, that thing.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's like cherry picker thing.
Well, yeah, it's like a platform, moving platform goes up and down. But no, they just hang on a string with a bucket.
I'll tell you what. Mm-hmm. They do have those platforms.
Yeah, you see them fly around.
Too many videos of those things falling down. So.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so what are you showing us here?
So along the same lines, right? You have the dangling people, the crazy stuff, right? Mm-hmm. You also have a situation where the oversight is so poor in China that they'll rush something out. They'll go onto the news. They'll go onto their propaganda outlets. They'll even talk to foreign news, like American news outlets will even run with this sometimes. Say, look at, for all of China's human rights abuses and all the bad things that they do, we don't agree with their government, but at least they get stuff done.
Yeah, you hear that a lot.
Fast and they do it well, right? Yeah. Hardworking.
Sure.
And we get so mad at that because we've seen what that means. Yes, things get done quickly. Yes. Because of massive, huge government projects and a central government that can chuck money at anything with a fire hose.
Yeah.
But it's almost always terrible.
Yes. It's rushed out. So
this is a beautiful set of tunnels that was completed in Chongqing in just 800 days by a team of more than 100 builders.
Good old Chongqing, huh? Let's see. And this is what you see, right? This is... Okay. All right. Yeah. And you can see the result. How long was that ago? 3 years ago?
Yes. Tuju Tunnel. So the puff pieces came out about 3 years ago. They're like, look at how quickly we made this.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's efficient. It's great. Look how quickly we built it.
Do you want to go through a mountain tunnel that is spraying water everywhere?
No, take a look. See? It's leaking there. There.
It's leaking all over.
That's a nightmare. That looks like it's about to collapse.
Well, you know what the scariest thing is?
What?
We have video of this actually happening in the tunnels.
Yeah, collapsing.
This has happened.
It has happened.
Filled with water.
Yeah, I mean, we have footage of like in 5 minutes a massive tunnel filled up, and
you know what's wild?
Countless people died in that tunnel.
You know what's wild?
What?
So they'll get opinion. It's not like big news outlets won't run with this, but like an opinion piece might pop up on like any big news outlet, right? Or it'll be on a feed, like a news feed or something. Or it'll get shared around on social media. That's the biggest culprit.
Yes.
10 million, 100 million views on Twitter.
Annoying Twitter propagandists will be like, see, China builds in lightning speed. Look what they built, this amazing tunnel. And then they'll say, it's taken US like so many years to build this.
But Twitter, Elon's gotten rid of the state media affiliated tags. So these posts will get 100 million views or something.
Yeah, they get shared around. People are like, oh, wow, look, China built a tunnel.
And no one knows it's propaganda.
Yeah.
And then there's no one like people post this to get like 100 views or something.
Yeah, because the thing is, they'll see the initial like shiny new tunnel propaganda, but they'll never see the, oh, look, it actually just failed after 3 years and it's flooding and it's a piece of garbage.
Yes, and one thing I want you guys to have some perspective of, with the sheer control the Chinese government has over the media, this is the one video that got out. Do you know how often this is happening across the country with mega projects?
Yeah.
The whole thing is dire, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we've exposed it in the past, but bridges falling down, cracks forming in buildings, all sorts of terrible things, entire buildings falling down.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is just one, right? You got more than one of these types of things. Okay, so that's
cold
scary.
reality.
Yeah.
Super scary. And where's the apologist now? Like, why don't you comment on this? This is devastating.
Yeah. Okay, so what are we looking at now?
The 5 new stations on the route are basically, this is a Beijing to Hebei train line.
Yes.
Which they rushed to complete because it was going to mobilize so many people. And again, this was lauded by people all around the world.
They always do.
Say what you want about the Chinese government, but damn it, they get things done.
Oh, yeah. It's like, you know what I've seen going around lately is this picture of like China in 2004 or something, and then next to it 2024 with the rail lines. It's like a couple and then like a whole lot.
Yes.
You've seen that go around? You know, just building a lot of something doesn't mean it's good.
No.
Does that make sense?
It oftentimes means it's bad.
Yeah. If you're producing a lot of one thing, I mean, quality over quantity, you know?
Yes.
In this case, it's just quantity over quality. Just because there's a lot of something doesn't mean it's good.
Yes.
If you look at the amount of rails and the debt that a lot of those stations are, and some of them are closing down now, and it's a mess. But anyway, let's take a look at this.
The 5 new stations that are going to get us on the route are basically completed, getting ready for the opening by the end of 2022. It's chill music.
Yeah, it's
pretty
nice.
chill.
Look at this station, you see.
And again, this will get shared around and get 100 million views or whatever.
Beautiful,
10 million views
great, amazing station.
Yeah, like look how quickly China.
Look at that station.
This is Tangshan, Hebei.
Yes.
This is the one in question.
That's the station.
Oh. Just opened, by the way.
Yeah, just opened. I mean, you know, that's what you get if you. That's what you get. You can build something flashy and new, but if it's not built well,
yes,
or if it's not maintained, it is going to just fall apart.
And here's the deal. And it rained inside in the Changsha one and the
remember?
Hunan one.
Yeah.
It's like, I just don't know how many times we got to show this. It's almost like every week something like this is happening. And this is, by the way, this is serving tens of millions of people. This is not like a backwater port.
No.
This is like a main ass station.
Yes, exactly.
Very important station.
Yep.
And it's brand new.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff made in the 90s in China is better than now.
It is. Absolutely it is. And it's an unfortunate result of this rapid expansion, you know?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just, you got to be realistic. And a lot of people aren't realistic when it comes to China. They're like, look at all these flashy lights and stuff. And I've got
night.
Yeah, exactly. I got a perfect example of this, you know? Early days, I was in China, and so this is about probably 2007 or something. They took this building in Huajianbei, which is this electronics district, okay? Mm-hmm. And they put a new facade on the outside. So it was an old building, but they put like this kind of metal facade around it, and then they put LED lights in it. And it I thought it was amazing, right? They put the LED lights, and then they'd kind of have like silhouettes dancing on the building and stuff. It looked so cool, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. It lasted a week before there were dead pixels. It stopped working, and eventually they shut it down, and then they actually tore the facade off a couple of years later. It's just, that's how it is. They put out a big show. It's fancy. It's something new and fresh and cool looking, but it never lasts in China. That's the problem. It never lasts.
No. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, moving on from that.
This is a big fire. That just happened.
Yeah.
This is in lit up here. This was a government transportation building.
Yeah.
Which was in Baoding, Hebei province.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a transportation government.
Also Hebei province. Isn't
Yeah,
that interesting? Near to Beijing.
Hebei stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of interesting things going down. But
Yeah,
you know,
that Tangshan station, by the way, is there's different. There's the Shimen and Dongmen. So there's different. The thing that was falling apart wasn't the front facade. That's what some people are confused. They're like, that's a different building. No, it's the same structure. It's
yeah,
the same
just
thing.
a different side of it.
There's different. How do you say Shimen? Like Westgate.
Westgate,
There's a Westgate,
Eastgate,
Northgate,
yeah,
Eastgate.
Dongmen,
Yeah. I think
Shimen,
that was the
Bayman,
Shimen.
yeah, Nanmen. Nunman Hall.
Can
Hello,
we move on?
hello, men. You know what I mean?
Can we move
Yeah,
on?
okay, all right, let's move on. So, the point
We're
of us,
not laughing at a burning building.
no, we're not. The reason we're showing you this stuff is these are disasters and things that are happening around China daily all over, but you'll never hear about them.
Yes.
Okay, and that's because the bad news isn't allowed to be reported. In fact, there was a very strange phenomenon because we tried to go on the equivalent of Google Street View in China's Baidu Street View because Baidu's a big copy of Google, and you couldn't go to this place; it's all blanked out.
It wasn't blanked out. It was just you couldn't do it.
Yeah, you couldn't do it.
But I mean, it could be like a misload. There's many things that could happen. This whole area could be government buildings, so you don't have Street View. That often happens.
It's just kind of strange.
And maybe it was a glitch. Who knows?
Well, I mean, remember what happened when they had that bridge?
Yeah,
man?
that was blocked out too.
They blocked
That was actually blocked though.
you couldn't go, and remember people posted
Yeah, they're
photos.
all
You couldn't
removed.
have photos. You couldn't search it even.
Yeah, that's not what was happening here. But
No.
I just couldn't see it from
Yeah.
the street thing.
Anyway,
It
just,
wouldn't load. It just like,
yeah,
didn't.
just pointing that out.
Yeah. The original name for ping pong.
Whiff waff. Whiff waff. Oh, fancy a spot of whiff waff, old chap. Chinese water torture is not Chinese.
Interesting, isn't it? Are you married? Do you have children? Do you have a car? Do you have a house? How much money do you make every month? Why are you so fat? Why is your nose so big?
The first thing she says to me is, ni pang le hao duo. It's like, oh, you got really fat. That's the first thing she says to me. And apparently, there was a massive explosion and he disappeared. And so they think that he flew to the moon because they named one of the craters on the moon after this guy.
Oh,
So
charming.
I think in reality what happened is he just vaporized.
When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind